against Fiend and Baltazar.
I think we are going to see, just a little bit more of that going forward. This is going to be the game for them to really play out to their fullest. I mean, this is sort of like a winner's final or a grand finals almost in terms of the sheer skill that we have here right now. Fiend, Wesley, two of the top players in also the 1v1 side of things. Power Ranger and Baltazar as well. So, I mean, these are a whole host of powerhouses going out, playing in this match right now. Going straight over to Miami Dome. Fiend and Baltazar facing off against Wesley and Power Ranger. Let's see how this goes down.
Game one starting in just a little bit. We've got the double Bryn team for Fiend and Baltazar. On the other side, still retaining some axes. Power Ranger on the Rayman, Wesley with the Olgrim, Macho Man Olgrim. He'll have that lance, which Wesley is very talented with, but also will have an axe, which seems to be the meta for the most part. We saw it a lot in the European region, as well as currently seeing it in the South American region.
Fiend looking for the spear, started with the downlights, coming in, getting his teammate Baltazar. Fiend now dropping back a little bit. Baltazar going up with the axe, and Wesley trying to find those side airs, down airs with the lance, and Power Ranger with those gauntlets just dashing around, looking for someone to grab out of the air, looking for someone to pop up and connect with that rising uppercut recovery. Fiend with the side sig not going to connect, and Wesley he's just dancing back and forth right now, trying to play a safer game right there. But what a wild interaction between all of these guys going on right now.
Yeah, it is interesting to see Wesley be a little bit more defensive, a little bit more cautionary on his approach. Baltazar showing why there might be some reason to be cautious as he just throws out big sigs all over the center of the map. Power Ranger going to get taken out on the right side by Fiend with the edge guard. Looks like Fiend might be looking for more knockouts as he's got Wesley on this left side corner.
Now a lot of axes out on the field. Now there's 4 axes on the field. Weapon thrown. That's going to be Power Ranger. Look for that weapon throw. They're not going to find a recovery. That's going to get... that's going to lead to 2 KOs, one on Wesley and one on Fiend, and Fiend was actually going to get knocked out by the blue team there. Baltazar following suit as well, and now it's going to be evened up stocks and just about evened up damage as well.
Yeah, basically a board clear at the end of everything. Power Ranger on the right side now with that axe in hand. Looks like this blue team going to lean a little bit more towards the axes while the red team sticking with their spears. Wesley going for a deep commit with that slide charge side signature, trying to catch one of the red team members going for the wall, but they both stuck to the outside and were able to avoid it.
Ooh,
nice side air on the right side.
Way off on the right. Yeah, that side air chase down is just huge, taking that stock off of Fiend, and Fiend's the first one to reach his last stock right now.
He's going to try to tighten up here, try to play a little bit more defensive, let his teammate make those forward approaches, maybe just kind of go for those follow-ups. But right now, Wesley's not allowing that to happen. You see the blue team members, they see blood in the waters and are trying to chase down Fiend. Nice save there from Power Ranger, actually redirecting the force from the hit on Wesley.
A lot of signatures coming out right now. Fiend finally finding something there for the KO. Power Ranger and Wesley on their last stocks, and Baltazar is still holding on to that second stock, doing a lot of damage onto Wesley. Wesley still can't get over to that weapon, finally finding the axe, and just not quite in time being able to stop that out. Power Ranger getting the neutral life. Baltazar still alive. Okay, not anymore. That was, whew, I was about to say, if they weren't able to finish that off, then that would have been real bad, but finding the KO onto Fiend, getting him out of the game for right now. Power Ranger and Wesley have that 2v1 opportunity with the double axe. Baltazar, no weapon also. This is going to be a little bit of an interesting situation for him because they continuously starve him of weapons right now. Finally finding the axe, but is it too late? Ooh, going real high.
Oh, but on stage, Wesley just waiting for the opportunity. Hits him with the fold-up chair. And that's going to be game one going the way of Power Ranger and Wesley. Wesley not quite putting out the insane damage numbers that he did in his previous set, but still 583 is very good for the team.
Exactly. Like, getting that kind of damage out, it just only leads to a lot of, even if you're not finding the KOs, it doesn't even matter. As long as you can build up that damage. If your teammate can find them and you're taking those W's, then hey, do whatever works. Support characters or support players are a thing in 2v2.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes playing that support role is exactly what your team needs. But right now, it seems like the red team thinks that Nash is what the team needs, as Fiend is going to go to something a little bit more standard, something that we know Fiend for. Wesley not going to have any of it, going immediately for the land skimp on the left side.
It's a good risk to go for, because if it lands, that's a stock immediately out of the picture, and you don't even have to do all the work of getting that 150 damage plus onto whoever you're trying to take out, because you're just getting the stock right out of the picture. Ooh.
Like neutral air coming out from Power Ranger, just swinging on everybody with the big axe in hand. Wesley launching Fiend away from him. Fiend very damaged. Blue team might be looking for the knockout. Yes, they will, as Wesley connects with the recovery underneath.
Wesley trying to play the aerial game. Those neutral airs, those side airs coming out. Fiend looking for the hammer scoop. Power Ranger, though, finding the recovery off the top onto Balthazar, and there's a scoop from Fiend to get that stock off of Power Ranger, looking for another one. There it is. Wesley losing that first stock, going right out of the side of the map, and that is going to be an equalization right there. Fiend trying to get that hammer play. It looks like the Nash is paying dividends right now. This damage coming out, this power right out of this hammer is doing a lot of work.
Flash out. But Fiend still gets a wall touch. Nice recovery. Wesley got the wall touch. Power Ranger makes the rotate over. Fiend almost catches his teammate there. And Power Ranger still maintaining this pressure on the left side. Fiend not sure if he can come back on the stage. Finally gets his feet on the ground.
Fiend actually found a third recovery on the left side, but got blocked out by Balthazar's ground pound. So that was actually really interesting. He actually could have gotten the recovery kill earlier on, but it doesn't matter. They ended up taking those stocks out anyway. 2-2 to 1-1 on the stocks right now. Red team with a pretty sizable lead, getting a lot of bonus damage. Balthazar is still living.
Yeah, I am surprised Balthazar has been able to extend these stocks. Bryn not exactly known for being a high defense character. But Balthazar just positioning properly, making sure that he's got the longest launch angle so that he can survive for a lot longer.
Power Ranger trying to avoid as much damage as possible. Balthazar and Fiend doing a good job at coverage right now, but Wesley, the only one with the weapon. Well, now that Power Ranger has the gauntlets, he is not the only one, but Wesley did a good job at covering that area with the lance to prevent him from collapsing on Power Ranger too hard, but he got pushed back. So now Wesley's all by himself, and Balthazar and Fiend are going to try to collapse on him. Force Wesley into the center of the map with nowhere to go, and there's the coach pitch. Throwing axes.
Weapon tosses come out. They can be very devastating against a lance player if they catch him on the recovery, but Wesley, knowing it, plays very protectively, but gets caught by the side air. And that's going to be game number 2, going the way of Fiend and Balthazar, just trading game for game.
That is going to tie up that set there, 1-1. You can see in the replay, Balthazar and Fiend doing a good job at condensing Wesley's field of movement. He tried to get back, got the recovery, but that stuff that came right at the end, the side air, prevented him from getting back on the stage. Very, very clean finish from Fiend and Balthazar.
I'm surprised to see Miami Dome going to be picked again for game number 3. Wesley and Power Ranger comfortable and confident that they can win on this map.
One of the things I like about the South American region is that they absolutely love going to this map. And I can't blame them. Music's great. It leads to fast gameplay. It's just entertaining all around. So I say go for it.
Can't argue with that. Left side, though, Wes is going to be arguing against that hammer recovery. Gets a nice neutral signature on his return back to the stage. Tries to read a dodge in, but Fiend not going to have it. Throws out the neutral signature, but blue team, can they widen this gap? Can they get that extra damage? Maybe get the stock off Fiend? No, Balthazar going to connect with the side signature. Who's going to die first, Power Ranger or Fiend? Whoever does will give their team the disadvantage.
Good pickup from Power Ranger to find that gravity cancel side light. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find the follow-up, but that pickup right there shows his awareness in this game, and that is something that you cannot replace by losing a teammate. If they have good awareness, that means good follow-ups, good team combos, good damage.
Oh, but a great positioning from Balthazar. Just option coverage coming out from the red team. Fiend went high, Balthazar went low, and they caught out Wesley, putting him down to his final stock.
Balthazar and Fiend, weaponless. Fiend finally finding a spear. Wesley trying to pressure off on that left side. Having a little bit of trouble getting onto Fiend. Side light and down light not going to connect. And Wesley gets a small punish. Power Ranger trying to collapse onto Balthazar. Balthazar getting really low. That's a danger zone right there, and he has to be careful. One big hit from either one of these characters could put him out.
Meanwhile, Wesley's got to be really careful. Whoa, throws out a ground pound on his way back. Power Ranger is going to fall on the left side, though. He rotated over to try to help out his teammate. It is going to keep Wesley alive, but that also puts Power Ranger down to the final stocks.
Ooh, neutral sig going down
punish.
real low.
Oh, no!
Oh, there's a little bit of slide back, a little bit of momentum when you do that recovery and you slide back just a little bit while you use that. So he actually hit the blast zone while he was charging the signature to get back. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That's what happens with Lance recovery. You'll see it sometimes when people get launched horizontally. It's rare to see it at the bottom of the map like that, but Wesley gets caught by that little bit of momentum, and that means Fiend and Balthazar gonna close out another one, currently going up 2-1, I believe, over Power Ranger and Wesley.
So that is a pretty crazy interaction between those guys right there, and I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm still kind of stuck on that. But anyway, we are going to see them continuing to move on to game number 4. Fiend and Balthazar versus Wesley and Power Ranger. 2-1 in the set. Still going with the Macho Man. Still going with the Rayman on the blue team. And of course, we're not going to see any character swaps from Fiend or Balthazar. They worked the first time. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. Is, you know, the saying that is usually said sometimes by people, you know. Well,
yeah, exactly. It definitely helps when you clarify it like that. Yeah, don't fix what ain't broke. Power Ranger and Wesley, they're definitely a strong team. Going to be sticking with what they've got. Fiend and Balthazar are, of course, very confident with their team as well. So looks like they're waiting on something before they get into the map bans. But it's likely either just some like team conference, like, hey, what do we need to do to be slightly better, or is it a decision on map bans? It looks like Wesley and Power Ranger, they're like, we're done with Miami Dome. We've lost on it twice. We got to get something to bring us back into this one to take us to game number 5, and we'll see what they ultimately leave. It looks like 2 tri-platform maps and Apocalypse. That's going to be Small Enigma for game number 4.
Interesting that they're going to go with Small Enigma. It's kind of a pretty average size map, 3 platforms, all uniform size. I would have actually thought that they probably would have at least wanted to go to Apocalypse because of the smaller stage presence. Fiend and Balthazar are actually excelling in that smaller stage area.
Oh snap! Balthazar gets caught by the gift!
Wesley!
Great reads coming out from Wesley. Going for it again, Wesley!
No way! Wesley, what are you doing? You're going out
20 seconds into it. Wesley's taking off 2 stocks. He's not done.
Is he going to do it again?
He's trying to.
Oh, Fiend getting a
great
lot of
unarmed
damage,
from Fiend, though. The weapon toss not going to connect.
That was Fiend's moment right there to take that stock off of Wesley, and he just lost it with the weapon throw. He missed the weapon throw, and he couldn't finish off the stock. And Wesley getting that recovery back, touching the wall. This is just immensely huge for the blue team right now. Fiend able to finally get that KO onto one of the blue team members, but it's cost them so much. It's cost them 3 stocks.
Dude, Wesley's popping off. Wesley has taken 3 stocks off of this red team. Hasn't lost the first stock. Almost caught Fiend on the dodge up, but just didn't have the timing, and Fiend does get the turnaround. So red team gonna start triaging a little bit, but Balthazar's got to be careful as the side air takes him out.
This is insanity right now. Wesley is popping off. He's going so crazy. Fiend trying to stifle him right now, trying to take him off the top. I mean, Wesley didn't even have that much damage on him. If Fiend was able to get that ceiling gimp, that would have been immense for this red team. It would have been huge. But man, this is just running away in favor of the blue team right now.
No left side. Power Ranger gets caught by the hammer recovery, though. Not respecting it. Fiend with another one. Power Ranger did reset the jumps, but the weapon toss not going to keep him alive. Power Ranger barely gets the wall touch. Wesley with the rotation over, going to give that room for Power Ranger to get up safely.
Fiend is actually doing a really good job, too, at creating pressure on a single one of the red team members at a time. He is going to find that KO. And another one. There we go. The comeback is forming right now. Fiend and Balthazar are bringing it back just a little bit, but they are in that danger zone. Balthazar, Fiend a little bit behind that. He isn't quite in that kill zone unless he gets really close. But we saw that Wesley doesn't even care if they're in that danger zone or not. He can just get them over to those blast zones on the side and then just follow. Oh, that is not what you want right now.
Almost tragic. The red team making that comeback happen. This is definitely doable for them. Fiend really starting to pop off here with the big SIGs, the recovery. Wesley's done for. Power Ranger left to the 1v2. He's got the gauntlets in hand. Big recovery, not enough to take out Fiend.
The comeback is real, and Fiend has put it into. He has framed it. He's put it on his wall, and he's glittering it with gold. Fiend right now, and Balthazar. Oh my God, they did it! Wow, amazing.
Completely shutting down all the momentum that Wesley had given the blue team. Red team able to make it back, climbing back and closing out game number 4, winning it 3-1 to earn their spot in the winners finals.
I am beside myself right now. That was insanity. The way that started, Wesley with the double side Gimp KOs with the Lance, finding those opportunities and capitalizing on them was huge. It was a lead I didn't think Fiend and Balthazar were going to be able to get past, but dang, that was so good, so well played by them. To be able to bring that back, slow things down just a little bit, and just make it look so good in the process. Honestly, that just proves that I can't. I'm a loss for words. I'm lost for words.
That just shows how strong a team Fiend and Balthazar are to completely come back from 3 Gimps in a row, or at least 3 stocks taken by Wesley before losing his first one. 2 Gimps within the first 20 seconds. Like, that's big. But